Today we have a look at National Send a Card Day, the upcoming award season, Alvin Kamara's arrest, and much more.
We have today's weather forecast with Madison and a look at sports with Eli.
Today is the International Day of Human Fraternity. It is Monday, February 7th, 2022.
We are live from Schroyer Studio H12 on the campus of Bradley Central High School, and you are watching VOX News Today.
Welcome back. I am Alex Wingard.
And I'm Amber Filial.
Dig out your postage stamps. It's National Send a Card to a Friend Day. Monday, February 7th is the day designated to get your greeting cards out in the mail. In both ancient Chinese and Egyptian cultures, it was customary to send elegantly designed messages to friends. Even with the availability of email, a surprising 80% of adults still purchase greeting cards. While the exact origin of National Send a Card to a Friend Day is not known, here's a theory. Since Valentine's Day is only a week away, maybe it was created to give people a chance to practice before the big day.
Try not to smile at this lovable guy. This is Benny, an 8-year-old rescue Labrador with a special talent for ice skating. On Wednesday, he took his custom skates out for a twirl in New York to raise money for the Animal Vision Foundation. Benny has performed at skating events all over the U.S., raising money for charity and helping kids with autism. He was rescued on his last day at a kill shelter in Utah. His owner says he loves to run out on the ice and chase after her, and now does it whenever he wants, for a good cause. Benny has also won the American Kennel Club Exemplary Companion Award for his ability to put smiles on people's faces.
The southeastern Chinese city of Bai stated Monday that it imposed a citywide COVID lockdown. That means all its 3.5 million residents are required to stay home. All businesses and venues, apart from local family-owned ones, are to be closed as well. The same goes for public transport. People are not allowed to go out unless it's to the supermarket or to get a COVID test. There is currently no confirmed date for the lockdown to be lifted.
Today, the National Security Community Cabinet announced Australia's borders would be reopened. It has been almost 2 years since they were closed. According to Scott Morrison, Australian Prime Minister, programs for reopening borders to visa cardholders had proceeded very successfully. The condition to be allowed in is that all visitors must be double vaccinated. Morrison says it's very important that people understand that requirement if they're seeking to come to Australia, and he welcomes new visitors that have.
Yesterday, just north of Truckimany, people spent the day on frozen lakes like Boca Dam. Some brought their family and their kids, but a few miles away on the Stampede Reservoir, 6 ice skaters fell through the ice. Sierra County Sheriff's Office responded to the call. 5 people were rescued. 2 had minor injuries, and 1 person could not be found. What in the world? Cannot be found. That body was recovered Sunday by Placer County dive team members. Authorities across the area have one message: stay off the ice. Adam Mayberry Truckee Meadows, Fire and Rescue Communication Officer, says the changing temperatures make it difficult for the ice to stay completely frozen. Some people say they take safety precautions, but Mayberry says it's better to stay off the ice altogether.
A new book, serialized in the Daily Mail and Mail on Sunday, alleged that she has an influence on the Prime Minister's decision-making. The allegations put forth by Conservative Party peer Lord Ashcroft suggested that her behavior is preventing from leading Britain as effectively as the voters deserve, according to his article in the Daily Mail. Carrie Johnson, who works for conversation group the Aspinall Foundation, insists that she plays no role in the government. On Sunday, a spokesperson for Carrie Johnson said yet again Ms. Johnson has been targeted by a brutal briefing campaign against her by enemies of her husband. This is just the latest attempt by bitter ex-officials to discredit her. She is a private individual who plays no role in government. Downing Street continues to deny that Boris Johnson authorized the evacuation of more than 150 animals out of Afghanistan as the country fell to Taliban. The Prime Minister has denied that Boris and Carrie Johnson had any involvement in the animal evacuation, with a Downing Street press officer telling CNN in January it remains the case that the PM didn't instruct officials on this case.
Emmanuel Macron, the French president, will meet with Putin, the president of Russia, as tensions continue to rise between Russia and Ukraine. Macron says he will try to convince Putin to de-escalate tensions around Ukraine. Macron says as well that he wants to convince the government in Ukraine to negotiate and talk face-to-face with the pro-Russian separatists in the east. President Putin has not backed down with his army and has not changed his opinion that Ukraine should be removed from NATO, but NATO refuses. Tensions remain the same.
Ukrainian forces are training for urban combat in Chernobyl radiation exclusion zone. The zone is about 10 miles from Belarus, where reports say Russia is deploying up to 30,000 troops. Right now, everyone is simply waiting to see what Putin will do next, and the awakening realization is that a potential invasion is imminent. One thing is clear, no one knows what the outcome of these Cold War-like conflicts will look like.
Two things the movie business loves: award season and a successful franchise. There's more Scream ahead. The success of the fifth film in the franchise, more than $100 million in worldwide grosses on a budget of about $20 million, has prompted Paramount to greenlight a follow-up from the same directors and writers. Filming is expected to begin this summer.
The type of candy you get from your Valentine might depend on what state you're in. CandyStore.com released a list of the top-selling Valentine's Day candies for each state. People in 12 states prefer candy hearts, including California, Florida, and Virginia. 16 states, including New York, Tennessee, and Colorado, favor heart-shaped boxes of chocolates. 9 states preferred M&Ms, including Iowa, New Jersey, and Maryland. Valentine's Day candy sales dropped more than 20% last year because of the pandemic. But this year, the National Retail Federation expects near record-breaking candy sales. To see what most popular candy is for your state, head over to CandyStore.com.
And now let's check on our weather. Madison, what can you tell us?
Today began with temperatures in the 20s, but it will warm up this afternoon. All of that and right more right after this break.
Wow, college already.
Yeah. We gotta go.
I love you.
I love you too, Daddy. And thanks for everything.
Gratitude. Pass it on. A message from the Foundation for a Better Life.
awful. Seriously, awful. But a lot better than last week.
We weren't born to follow.
Final round. Fight.
Welcome back. I'm Madison Johnston with your weather. Let's go ahead and look at our weather at a glance. Right now in the area it's 25 degrees and the high today will be 52 with a low of 25. The precipitation is at 1%, humidity is at 99, the dew point is 24 degrees, pressure is 30.30 inches, visibility is 10 miles, and the UV index is 0 out of 10. Let's go ahead and look at our local radar. Right now there is nothing in our area, which seems pretty good. Let's look at our national radar. Right now we're in the clear, but there is some storms in the Carolinas and south of Texas. Let's look at our 7-day weather. Monday will be partly sunny with a high of 52 and a low of 25. Tuesday will be sunny with a high of 53 and a low of 29. Wednesday, the sunny skies are sticking around with a high of 60 and a low of 31. Thursday will also be sunny with a high of 59 and a low of 29. Friday will be sunny with a high of 62 and a low of 39. Saturday will be partly cloudy with a high of 58 and a low of 29. And Sunday will also be partly cloudy with a high of 45 and a low of 24. That's all I have for weather, and now here's Eli with your sports report.
If you missed the Pro Bowl or part of the Olympics, we will have coverage on that more after this commercial break.
Well, you're wrong.
I'm wrong. You're the one who misrepresented the facts.
Misrepresent the facts? Are you kidding?
Your proposal's ludicrous.
My proposal will go exactly the way I say it will.
My dead body.
I think somebody needs a timeout.
Oh, that's the power of one.
Civility. Pass it on.
One grain of sand can turn the tide.
Strike one. I'm the greatest hitter in the world! Strike two. Strike 3.
Wow. I'm the greatest pitcher in the world.
Optimism. Pass it on. A message from the Foundation for a Better Life.
Welcome back. I'm Eli Dunn with your sports. While a flag football game may have been more competitive, that doesn't mean the NFL's All-Stars had no pride in their showing and the eventual outcome of what amounted to a two-hand touch game at the 2022 Pro Bowl. No live tackling to the ground, no matter, not to the fans who hung on every play at Allegiant Stadium. The first of 3 league events in Las Vegas, with the draft coming in April and Super Bowl 56 in 2 years. AFC defeated NFC 41-35. And figure skating at the Beijing Games, Russia is just getting started. At least that's what the Russian skaters said on Monday after winning the team figure skating competition behind the performance of a 15-year-old phenomenon, Camila Valieva. And this is likely true. Valieva's history-making free skate on Monday included the first 2 quadruple jumps landed by a woman at an Olympics. She won both of her skates in the team event, nearly setting a world record for points in the women's short program on Sunday and finished with more than 15 points ahead of the next competitor skating equivalent of a mile. Cleveland City schools dominate on the mat this weekend for the 5th straight year. The Cleveland High School Blue Raiders wrestling team is the TSSAA state dual champions. Director of schools Russell Dyer tweeted out the news shortly after the boys' victory on Saturday. For the first time ever, Cleveland had 2 teams competing in the state tournament. That is all I have for sports. Stay tuned for more news right after this commercial break.
CRCC to me is a calling that God placed on my life to really step out in faith on something that I didn't think I could do, and it's been amazing to see how God's worked through it.
CRCC stands for Crossroads Community Church, but we're a church that our vision is to be a life-giving church in our community. We do that through helping people know God, find freedom, discover their purpose, and then go make a difference. And so that's what we're doing every week, is helping people discover their jam and go make a difference.
I hope the days come easy and the moments pass slow, and each road leads you where you wanna go. And if you're faced with a choice and you have to choose, I hope you choose the one that means the most to you. And if one door opens to another door closed, I hope you keep on walking till you find the window. If it's cold outside, show the world the warmth of your smile. But more than anything, my wish for you is that this life becomes all that you want it to. Your dreams stay big, your worries stay small. You never need to carry more than you can hold. And while you're out there getting where you're getting to, I hope you know somebody loves you.
hold man Hennessy's window.
Correction, dude. You broke. I just threw the ball.
This is really bad. What are we gonna do? Dude, kiss your life goodbye.
Yeah.
Sorry, dude.
Keep smiling, keep shining. No,
Hi. Tell him it was an accident, and we can fix the window. I'll come with you.
that's what friends are for.
Welcome back.
Australian Prime Minister Scott Morrison is advising Aussie citizens still in Ukraine to leave, citing worry about the deteriorating situation and Russia's recent military buildup on its border with Ukraine. Morrison said the government has contacted all those living in Ukraine in recent weeks. Many of them have dual citizenships and they will be looking to make their own arrangements, he said. Morrison also said his government encourages Russia to continue engagement in solutions with other countries who are seeking to resolve this issue.
Memphis, Tennessee was one of the cities hit hard by the winter storm that impacted much of the country last week. It hit there 4 days ago, and thousands want to know why they're still without power. This sound echoed through many Memphis neighborhoods Sunday. Crews moiling to clear tree debris from Thursday's ice storm, but many people like Patricia Gatlin would rather get the sounds so many of us take for granted. The fridge, the coffee maker, the TV, the heater, the sounds of home.
A former University of Tennessee football player and current NFL player is arrested for battery. A person is hospitalized after reportedly being battered at a Las Vegas nightclub on February 5th. An investigation by the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department led them to arrest Alvin Kamara on Sunday with an incident for battery resulting in substantial bodily harm. Kamara has been a running back with the New Orleans Saints for 5 seasons, according to his player biography. The bond for Kamara is set at $5,000. His initial court appearance is set for Monday afternoon. The investigation is ongoing.
2 Georgia men have been sentenced to federal prison after they were arrested as part of an investigation into a multi-state dogfighting and cocaine trafficking ring. Prosecutors said that in a news release that the investigation lasted from May 2019 until February 2020, when law enforcement agents carried out search warrants at 15 homes and seized more than 150 dogs that were being used for fighting. Jarvis Lockett of Warner Robins was sentenced Tuesday to serve 10 years in prison, and Christopher Rains of Talbotton was sentenced to serve 11 years and 3 months in prison.
An armored truck driver in Maryland was shot multiple times when several suspects tried to rob him at gunpoint. Investigators say several armed suspects were trying to rob an armored truck during a delivery at the Wells Fargo off Baltimore Avenue and East West Highway. They took off, but when officers arrived, they found the driver with multiple gunshot wounds. That person was rushed to the hospital. There are no word of arrests or suspects. Riverdale Park Police say the investigation is ongoing, and Prince George's County Police will be handling the follow-up investigation.
The KBI says 3 officers responded to gunshots at a bar in Aggieville near 12th and Morrow Street around 12:30 a.m. RCPD said they found 21-year-old Joshua Wardy of Fort Riley suffering from a gunshot wound. He died at the scene then. 2 Riley County officers chased after an armed suspect who was seen running from a bar. One officer shot the suspect, 19-year-old Tremella Montgomery of Fort Riley, in the leg. He was then transported to a local hospital, then transferred to Topeka Hospital.
A man is under arrest and facing charges Sunday night after stealing a police cruiser and sending Tennessee and Georgia law enforcement into a high-speed chase to stop the vehicle. During the incident, the suspect threw a drink at her and then left the store. Officers located the suspect walking east on I-24 and attempted to detain him. The suspect became combative and engaged in a physical altercation with the officer, attempting to shove him down the embankment. At some point, the suspect was able to knock the officer to the ground and make his way to the driver's side of the patrol vehicle. As the officer was attempting to gain control once again, the suspect was able to enter the patrol vehicle and place the car in drive. The officer fired his weapon at the suspect in an attempt to stop him, just moments before the suspect fled the scene in the marked police cruiser.
Southwest Airlines is bringing back alcohol service on planes. However, flight attendants are not on board with the plan, saying alcohol will only cause more incidents of unruly aggressive behavior by passengers. What's so interesting here is that Southwest Airlines is one of the last major airlines to resume alcohol service on board after so many shuttered it at the start of the pandemic. Southwest has not been serving alcohol on board on its flights since March of 2020. Here are the details. Southwest says it will start serving alcohol on board again February 16th on flights 176 miles or more. They'll be selling beer, wine, and liquor.
8 people were shot in an apartment murder-suicide in Texas Saturday. 4 people were killed and 3 were critically wounded at 2 different crime scenes. The suspect, Kevin Milazzo, is believed to have killed his mother and stepfather in Corey Sakana Saturday morning. Then, police say he drove to Frost, where he shot and killed his 21-year-old son and a 4-year-old boy. Police tracked the 41-year-old Milazzo through his vehicle GPS and were able to turn off the engine remotely. As they approached his vehicle, they found Milazzo critically injured from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Milazzo died later at the hospital. The identities and conditions of the 3 surviving victims have not been released.
A woman is killed and 2 others in the hospital after a shooting at a Colorado church Friday night. 1 person is dead and 2 others are in the hospital after a shooting at Colorado church Friday night. Police say the gunmen fled before they arrived at the scene. They are still searching for a motive. A woman was killed and 2 men are in the hospital. They are expected to survive. So far, no word yet from the church about the shooting.
Tyrese Gibson is asking fans to pray for his mother after she was hospitalized with pneumonia and COVID-19. The actor and singer announced on Instagram Saturday that his mom, Priscilla Murray, is in a coma in the intensive care unit. He followed up on Sunday with a post saying she was showing signs of improvement. Gibson again asked his 15 million followers to continue to pray for her. The 43-year-old is best known for playing Roman in the Fast and Furious franchise.
Jenner announced on Instagram that she has given birth to a 2nd child. She shared the black and white photo of the newborn holding hands with what appears to be big sister Stormy. The Kylie Cosmetics founder captioned the photo 2/2/2022, indicating the baby was born 1 day after Stormy's 4th birthday. Family members and Kris Jenner and Kourtney Kardashian commented on the photo, congratulating 24-year-old Kylie and rapper boyfriend Scott on their 2nd child. Jenner first let fans know that she was pregnant in September. She regularly updated her Instagram on her progress until November. Those updates slowed down to a trickle after 10 concert goers were trampled to death at the Astroworld Festival organized by Scott.
We are on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube through our channel BCHS VOX News.
You will also find more online at our website, voxnews.net.
Remind your friends to like, subscribe, share, and tune in.
You just cannot get enough of Vox.
That is all we have for you today from Studio H12 at Bradley Central.
As always,
God bless and go Bears!